Welcome into Clear Picture Financial. Your host is Jason Noble. You can find him at Prime Capital Investment Advisors right here in the Charleston market. I'm Morgan Patrick, consumer advocate. A little bit about Jason, fiduciary advisor. He holds his FINRA Series 66 securities registration, certified financial planner, retirement income certified professional, and 18 years in the financial arena helping his clients get ready for their retirement. Well, folks, we have a lot to get to today. As always, there's going to be an opportunity for you to get on the calendar at Prime Capital Investment Advisors, meet with Jason Noble and his staff about your retirement situation. We'll hit a lot of different topics. You're going to have questions, so feel free to grab one of those appointments when we make them available. So, Jason, before we jump in to that magic number, 65 in retirement, you got an email. And let's talk about this. And I think this is a great public service announcement because there are a lot of these out there. But tell us about this email that you received.
Yeah, Morgan, I was glad that we were talking about this off mic when this email came through. One of my beloved clients who has a legitimate concern about the market sent me an email about a newsletter that they subscribe to. And I must say, there's a lot of market predictions and even charlatans that are coming out right now making strong outlooks on this market. This newsletter was titled, "The Next Crisis is Here." All that was doing was causing additional concerns for this couple. From the newsletter, though, I recognized the name of the person that was making this prediction. And that was from an SEC judgment for $30 million in penalties for breach of fiduciary duties and defrauding current and prospective clients through marketing materials that included false and misleading statements regarding their past performance on their investment strategies. So what's the point here? And you can tell I'm getting a little passionate, right? Is that I hope to be a voice on this show, providing clarity to my clients and those that are listening. Because I'm focusing on their risk within their portfolios, making sure they're tracking towards their own personal financial goals. I focus on their personal economies while taking into account the overall economy and the market that we're all working within right now. Mm-hmm. But as you can tell, this is a passion point of mine and, just a public service announcement. When you're getting these emails and they're making these bold predictions, make sure you reach out to a qualified professional that takes into account your personal financial situation and adjusts towards your personal economies, providing you that clear picture to your own personal financial goals. I think it's so important, Morgan.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you bring up such an excellent point. When it comes to retirement planning, that plan has to be unique to the individual or the couple that's retiring. We talk about all these different topics each and every week here on the show, Clear Picture Financial, but it needs to be custom to you. So the really neat thing about the program is we open up the phones. We allow people access to Prime Capital Investment Advisors, no cost, no obligation, no pressure, just to kind of see where you are. And understand that, a lot of the things that we're going to tackle, you may be going through, but to have a game plan that is unique to you, that is custom to you, so very, very important. And it gives you that ease of mind when you sit down and you have these conversations with professionals, with a fiduciary advisor such as yourself, to just kind of see where you are, create that roadmap to get you to your retirement goals. So absolutely. Take advantage of the opportunity. We're going to open up those spots here in just a little bit. So let's talk about that magic number, Jason. And according to a recent Gallup poll, 25% of those polled said that they would retire at that magic number, which is 65. But here's the deal, 25%. Well, 20 years ago, it was probably closer to 80%. So there's 75% out there that aren't even thinking about 65 as the magic number. And again, in this survey, 39% say they're going to retire, in and around or after that magic number. So we want to kind of go over some reasons why people are delaying their retirement. You have these conversations every single day. And the first one is you just haven't saved enough.
Yeah, many people think that if they contribute to an IRA or 401k, they should have enough money to retire. Despite our best intentions, sometimes life gets in the way. You might think you've been fully funding your 401k, but sometimes you've only contributed enough to get the company match, which is causing you not to save enough.
Think about it, folks. We talk about retirement every single week. And this Gallup poll is telling us magic numbers. And, I remember years and years ago thinking about retirement and how far off it was. But if it was going to be there, it was going to be right around age 65. And folks, people are working longer. They're staying in the working game longer. And why is that? Well, we talked about not saving enough. That's one thing. Here's the scary one. They haven't saved anything.
Yeah. The only good thing about not having anything saved for retirement is that you're not alone. I'll put it that way, okay? Maury, a Go Banking Rates retirement savings survey found that 1/3 of Americans have nothing at all saved for retirement. That's 1/3. And 55% have less than $10,000. So as you can see, this is a retirement crisis, and a lot of people are relying solely on Social Security or other government agencies for their retirement, and that's probably not the best way to go. I can say that with confidence.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, having a plan, sitting down as early as possible with a professional, a team, talking about your retirement situation, what it's going to take to get you to your retirement goals. I mean, it's vital. This Gallup poll, alarming numbers. With the number of people out there that are looking at retirement, the magic number of 65 is no longer 65. When it comes to retirement, it's bumped up. People are working longer, in and around 70, thinking about retirement. So why is this? So we've talked about two things already. You haven't saved enough money. Maybe you haven't saved anything. The next one is we hit taxes on almost every single show, Jason. And if you have not accounted for taxes, it can really impact what you're trying to do in retirement.
Yeah, when I show this to my clients in their financial plan, taxes could be one of the largest expenses that we have within their financial plan. And that's because when you withdraw from an IRA or 401k, that money is treated as taxable income. You didn't pay any taxes when you put the money in and invested it. So you have to pay them now when you make the distribution. Most people think that they will be in a lower tax bracket in retirement, but that may not be true. Right? If I was to ask you, do you think taxes will go up or stay the same or go down? I think the honest answer is you really don't know. But if you're banking on it going down and that's the only way that you looked at it, what if they stay the same or gone up? What does that mean for you? Be sure to account for taxes when you're calculating how much you withdraw from your IRA.
I mean, think about it, folks. I mean, there's been so much money pumped into the economy from our government. Taxes are going up. And we say this quite often, and it's kind of hard to kind of get your mind around it. But right now, despite where we are, taxes are kind of on sale. So, I mean, having a plan for your taxes, thinking about how you're going to handle retirement, do it right now. There's going to be an opportunity to get on the counter with Jason Noble, Prime Capital Investment Advisors, and talk about your situation when it comes to retirement. See if you need to really dive deep into how taxes are going to impact your retirement, and be prepared for it. Educate yourself. So again, Gallup poll saying that magic number of 65, no longer 65. Well, here's the next one. 65, no longer considered full retirement age.
That's right. As we live longer, our retirements are becoming longer, which means people collect Social Security for longer. The Social Security Administration is adjusting the so-called full retirement age so that anyone born after 1937 will have to wait until age 65 to collect their full retirement benefits. And if you were born in 1960 or later, your full retirement age is 67 years old. We'll see what happens as we continue to have continual strain on the Social Security Administration system for the younger generations. Is it going to stay 67? Probably not. We'll see, though.
Tell you, thinking about, that magic number of 65, which is no longer 65, because only 25% in this Gallup poll said, 65 is going to be my retirement date. That means 75% of us, they're thinking further north on that age graph. So you're going to be older than 65. And why is that? What has happened that has made that number go up from 65 to whatever it is for you? So you haven't saved enough is one reason. You haven't saved anything, which is a scary one, but it's also a good reason. You didn't account for taxes. That's eating away at retirement for a lot of people, so they have to work longer. And then again, 65 no longer really considered full retirement age. And the last one we have time for, and you really wanted to get on this one, maybe this is a reason that 65 is no longer a realistic retirement age for you. You fell victim to sequence of return risk.
Yes, we spoke about this on our show before, Morgan. It's so important that we get this across, especially in today's environment. You might have done a good job saving for retirement and feel you have enough put aside for living comfortably. But then you run up against the dreaded sequence of returns. You may you might plan to withdraw $40,000 per year for the rest of your life. Let's say that's the case, and you retire with $1 million. But I'm going to give you an extreme example, right? The market now drops 50%. Now it's though you were taking out twice as much money as each year. In addition, you'll need to get 100% return to get back to where you were. This is a quick and rather extreme example, but it conveys the point in preparing your investments in advance of retirement to address and make sure you have a plan in place for this important risk. Sequence of return risk, reach out to us so we could talk a little bit more about it, give you a little bit more details. But this is an important thing as you're leading up into retirement, and it has to be taken into account. But between 3 to 5 years before retirement, maybe even sooner, depending on your risk capacity of your financial plan and your risk tolerance. Very important topic.
Clear Picture Financial, the program you're tuned to. Prime Capital Investment Advisors, the power behind the program. And again, Jason Noble is your host. Jason, we have positions on your calendar. We have 10 total. We're going to open those up right now. They will remain open during the course of the show. This is no cost, no obligation, simply no pressure. What's going to happen for these 10 callers?
Yes, and if you're one of the next 10 callers, we're going to custom design a clear picture analysis financial review, then indicate if you're in need of a full-blown wealth plan. We will refresh your financial plan, especially with all these changes that we're seeing in today's economy. We'll use a risk-first approach to help you protect your money and optimize your portfolio. Provide tax optimization to see if there's ways we could get more money in your pocket, and evaluate your estate plan. Listeners, we want to put a peace of mind to your retirement plan for the rest of your life, providing a clear picture to your future. This is complimentary for the next 10 callers, Morgan. How can they reach out and schedule these meetings?
All right, we've got 2 ways that you can do it. Very convenient. You can call this number, 800-948-1216. That's 800-948-1216. You can also text NOBLE to 600-700. That's NOBLE to 600-700. Again, this is no cost, no obligation. There is no pressure. This is about your retirement situation and having a plan and being prepared. There's no cost. So come on in, kick the tires. Call the number now. Grab one of these 10 appointments. 800-948-1216. That's 800-948-1216. Or text NOBLE to 600-700. When we come back, more retirement talk, and we're doing it right here on Clear Picture Financial.